I think with reference to H1s, the numbers were just out. I should have had them handy, but they're about 420,000, I believe, and don't quote me on it, but around that. H1B numbers were announced yesterday, and so they have said that that many people have filed, 400 plus thousand people have filed, and they have selected about 120,000, I believe. And again, don't quote me on the exact numbers because I don't have the numbers right here, but about around 100 plus, 100,000 plus numbers were selected. And as we know, 85,000 numbers are available. And they usually select more than are available because they expect, a few people will not file. So those numbers just came out yesterday. That means that about 20% of the cases were selected. That's the pick rate for this year, 20%. So because if you just count 100,000 versus 400,000 applications that were actually filed, it's about 20% pick rate, 1/4. Thanks, Sushant. You said 470,000. That's the correct number? Thank you for giving us the number. So with reference to the H-1B numbers, the demand is strong. The numbers are similar to what we saw last year. And so that shows that, we continue to have a strong demand for skilled immigrants in the United States. And, this should lead to the, some legislation at least, which would increase the number of H-1B availability, or at least, try to provide some other relief for people who are not able to get into the H1, even though they've been trying for several years, especially those people who are presently in the US on an F1 status. Their F1 will expire if they're not able to transition to a H1, and then they'll have to either go back to school or leave the country. So I think for at least those students, they should provide some kind of a relief. The STEM OPT that is provided is for 2 years plus 1 year post-completion OPT. So they get 3 years to try for the lottery, but sometimes that 3 years is not enough. So I think definitely some legislation should happen. We've been waiting for it for a while, and nothing has happened simply because, of the divide in the legislature, and the Republican and the Democratic Party not being able to get along and pass any legislation together. So let's see what happens in the future. But we see that there's still a strong demand for skilled immigrants from the number of registrations that were filed this year. Don't forget to subscribe to our videos if you like what you see. Also, give us a thumbs up and share the video with your family and friends. Thank you.